This video is for a specific group of Gateway students, those who need background checks before they're admitted into their programs or need to update their background check due to expiration. Typical programs which require background checks are healthcare related and fire, medic, and law enforcement. And even more specifically, this video is for those students who are paying for their background check on their own, or possibly with the help of their parents or other relatives. Sometimes background checks are agency sponsored, meaning a company, school, or organization is willing to sponsor you and pay for your background check. If you fall into this category, this video is not specifically for you, although there are still some relevant tips. It typically takes 2 to 3 weeks from the time you order your background check and submit your forms until your background check is complete, so submit as early as possible. There are 2 parts to a background check: the background check itself and the bid form. BID stands for Background Information Disclosure. We'll take a look at each of these. The background check process is quite simple as long as you follow these guidelines.
Access the online forms via your MyCB account. Expand the Wisconsin Caregiver Background Check with bid form. That's where you'll find the bid form link. Most of the issues that come up are a result of mistakes that could have been avoided if the student read and double-checked their information before hitting submit. And unfortunately, if there are problems that don't get resolved and Castlebranch needs to run the background check again, you will have to pay again. If you need help placing your order or uploading your completed bid form, we recommend you visit Student Services on the Kenosha, Racine, or Elkhorn campuses, or call the Contact Center at 1-800-247-7122. To order your background check, follow these steps. Go to Gateway's Castlebranch portal at gtc.castlebranch.com using Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome. Click on Place Order. Note the important message at the top of the screen. You should check your email at least every 48 hours during the background check process, since Castlebranch may contact you for additional information. Emails will come to the address that you list later in this application. This is very important. Castlebranch will email you if there are issues that need your attention. Missing or ignoring these emails will slow or stop the process. Now select your program from the drop-down menu. Note that if you're applying to more than one program, it does not matter at this point which program you select from this menu. Choose the option that best describes your situation. There are multiple scenarios. We'll look at 2 choices that pertain to most students. The first option is, I have never ordered with Castlebranch for Gateway Technical College, and I need my initial background check. Most students will fall into this category. You'll use this response if you've never ordered a background check with Castlebranch for Gateway, you've previously ordered a background check, but it was through a different company or school. Choose your option and click Continue, and you'll see this screen. Check that the information is correct. Then review the terms and conditions of use. If you're in agreement, click on I have read, understand, and agree to the terms and conditions of use, and press Continue. You'll see this screen. Everything with an asterisk is required information. Fill in each field. Social Security number is a required field, and you have to put numbers in that field. If you don't have a Social Security number, enter all ones in the space provided. If you don't disclose your Social Security number, but the background check reveals that you have a Social Security number, you may be asked to verify your number with Castlebranch before they will process your order. Press Next. The email address you supplied on the previous page is auto-filled here. Your MyCB username is the email address you provided during the order process. Now, create a password for your MyCB account and then press Create Account. On this page, you're asked for any additional names or aliases you've ever had. Maiden names, former married names, and aliases all fall into this category. Fill in that information, and if you need more lines, click on Add Another. If you have no prior names or aliases, check I do not have any additional names and click Next. This screen asks for previous addresses within the last 3 years. Again, select Add Another if you need additional lines, and check I do not have any additional addresses if you've lived in the same location for the past 3 years. Click Next. Now you're at the Order Review screen, which shows Order Includes information based on the package you selected. Check it over carefully. Is everything, including your name, spelled correctly? Are the addresses correct? Is the package correct? Is your social security number and date of birth correct? If not, you can always click Go Back to get to the previous screens to make changes. If it is all correct, click Next and you'll be taken to the Payment screen. Note that the background check won't move forward without payment. The best option from a timing standpoint is to pay with a credit or debit card. Electronic checks and money orders are also options, but these two options have service fees attached and require additional processing time. If paying with a Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card, you can choose to pay in 3 monthly installments. Service fees apply to this option too, but the background check is started as soon as payment for the first installment is made and all your paperwork is complete. The screen is pre-populated with your name. If you're authorized to pay with a credit or debit card that is not in your name, for instance, if you're using your parents' card, type the cardholder's name and address on this screen. Once you've filled in all the payment information, click Submit. If any fields are left blank, you won't be able to move to the next step. If all fields are complete when you press Submit, you'll be taken to the Order Confirmation screen. When you see this screen, you know your order was submitted. If you don't see this screen, log into your MyCB account and look for the Wisconsin Caregiver Background Check with Bid Form to-do list. If you see this, look in your Document Center in the Background Check folder to view your order confirmation. If you don't see the to-do list or find your order confirmation in your Document Center, contact Castlebranch for assistance. Look at the terms under Next Steps. This is all self-explanatory. The key is to read everything here and make sure you understand what the screen is asking you to do before clicking Next to set up your dashboard. Click Next to move forward to create your dashboard. Fill out your personal information to set up your dashboard. Your information should auto-populate, but you should still check it for accuracy. You'll have to set up 3 security questions also. Click Next. Click Submit. So you've completed the first part of your request. The second part is the Background Information Disclosure, or bid form, which must be completed before your background request will move forward. If you don't submit a completed bid form, the process will stop. This is the free portion of the background check and your opportunity to tell Gateway what will or may come up when a background check is run. You should disclose all issues up front, even for crimes that have been expunged or erased from your record. If you don't, you may lose out on the opportunity to enroll in the program. It's much better to be 100% transparent and disclose things from your past and explain the situation up front than it is to have to account for things on the back end and explain why you didn't disclose them when you had the opportunity. Don't assume things won't show up on your background check, because they probably will. Now, to get to the bid form, click on the link on the MyCB to-do list. Using Microsoft Word on a Windows or Mac system, download the form, fill it out electronically, and attach it to your completed bid form requirement. If the form does not allow you to manually check a box when filling out the form electronically, double-click on the answer box until a pop-up box comes up, and then click on the word Checked, and then OK. If you see the statement, read and initial the following statement, you must initial the form. If you see a statement regarding confirming accuracy, please indicate that you are in agreement with the statement by initialing it. If you don't initial it, the form will be rejected. Click Bid, then Submit. When you see In Process and Pending Review, you'll know you've successfully submitted. Be patient and keep checking your email for updates, as the process could take up to 3 weeks. If you don't have access to Microsoft Word, print out the bid form. Write legibly using blue or black ink. Fill out the fax mail cover sheet found in the bid form requirement and fax it to the number provided. You can fax for free from any Gateway library. If you need help attaching your form electronically, go to Student Services. They're trained in uploading documents. Here are a few tips to keep in mind when filling out and submitting the bid form. Fill out the entire form, answering to the best of your ability. Don't leave any blanks. Make sure what you submit is readable. Supply all prior names you've ever had. Supply the addresses of each place you've lived in the last 3 years and the approximate dates you lived at each. Submit the bid form at the same time you request the background check. Make sure the date you submit on your bid form is the same date you filled in on the bottom of the form. To check the progress of your background check and review your results, log into your MyCB account. On your to-do list, check on Background Check. The first page is the results summary. It shows when searches were run, the name and date of birth you provided, and the overall status of your background check. Ideally, you will have all green check marks, meaning everything is moving forward. A red X with an indication not cleared for placement does not mean you will not eventually be cleared for placement. It just means that something came up on the background check that needs further investigation. Don't be alarmed by this. Just check the item and follow the instructions to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. If Castlebranch finds a discrepancy between the personal information you supplied and what was found in the background check, you will receive an email notification. Quite often, these issues are a result of misspellings or transposed numbers. Watch your email for notifications and respond immediately. When a discrepancy is identified, Castlebranch will contact you 3 consecutive business days to verify the information. If you don't respond and they're not able to verify the information, a notation will be added to your file stating that there was a lack of response on your part and the background check is being run with the information you provided. This could result in you having to reorder your background check and pay again. So do yourself a favor and watch for emails from Castlebranch. We hope this process goes smoothly for you. If you need help placing your order or uploading your completed bid form, please visit Student Services in Kenosha, Racine, or Elkhorn, or call the Contact Center at 1-800-247-7122.